Every great story echoes beyond words, images, and sounds. It resonates. And that resonance, which is the sense of a deeper significance, is what transforms an ordinary tale into something unforgettable. At the heart of resonance lies one of storytelling's most powerful tools, the metaphor. Metaphors create resonance in stories, whether it's a film, in writing, or in your own life. But why do they hold such profound power to connect and inspire? Even if you've never read Moby Dick or seen Macbeth, the magic of metaphor will become clear as we unpack these examples together. When we engage with a story, we're not seeing just objects or hearing words. Our minds work behind the scenes, associating these details with our own memories and emotions. A simple object, a rose, a broken mirror, or a park bench, can resonate deeply when it becomes a metaphor for something larger. Consider the 1994 film Forrest Gump. Much of the story unfolds as Forrest sits on a bench telling strangers about his life.
Hello. My name's Forrest Gump. Do you want a chocolate?
That bench is more than a seat next to a bus stop. It symbolizes a place of reflection, a steady point in a world of change. Even if you haven't seen the movie, think about a place in your own life where you paused, gathered your thoughts, or shared your story. That's the power of metaphor. It takes something specific and makes it universal, helping us see ourselves in someone else's story. Did you know that we think in metaphors every 10 seconds? It's true. When you say someone grasped an idea, your brain is actually stimulating the physical act of grasping. When you talk about carrying the burden, your mind feels the weight of it. Great storytellers use metaphor to transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. In Shawshank Redemption, the prison isn't just a prison, it's a symbol of confinement, not just of the body, but the spirit. And when Andy escapes, it's not just freedom, it's rebirth. When you tell your story, think about the metaphors that shape your life. What does your personal prison look like? What symbolizes your freedom? By using metaphor, you add layers of meaning to resonate deeply with your audience. Let's explore The Piano, a movie that uses a musical instrument as a metaphor for love and connection. In one pivotal scene, a man carefully wipes dust from the piano. This isn't just about cleaning, it's about his emotions. The tenderness with which he touches the piano reflects the unspoken longing for another character. Now, even if you've never seen this film, imagine something in your life, like a cherished object, perhaps a book for keepsake, something that carries emotional weight. Think of how your interaction with it might reveal your feelings for someone or a past experience. This is what a metaphor does in storytelling. It connects the physical with the emotional, drawing out layers of meaning. I have a connection with a lot of the different cameras that go with the different parts of my life from my past. The camera that I used in California, the camera that I used in New York, and did different jobs with each one of them. Those cameras to me represent different times in my life and different styles and different types of photography that I did at different times. In Shakespeare's Macbeth, the natural world mirrors the story's themes. After a character commits a terrible act, the weather turns violent, storms rage, and the land itself is disturbed. What Shakespeare does here is he uses chaos of nature as a metaphor for the inner turmoil of the characters. Even if you've never read or seen the play, the idea is something that we can all relate to. Think about how we use storms in our own language. It was a whirlwind of emotion, sometimes people say, or the air was electric. Metaphors like this create resonance by transforming emotions into something we can see, hear, or feel. In Moby Dick, the narrator introduces himself in 3 words.
Call me Ishmael.
These words do more than identify him, they resonate with layers of meaning. The name Ishmael refers to a wandering figure from religious texts, hinting that the story will be about searching for purpose in an uncertain world. Even if you've never picked up the book, this idea of being a wanderer is something universal. Who hasn't felt like a drifter at some point, looking for direction or belonging? This is how metaphor in writing works. It takes something specific, like a name, and makes it resonate on a deeper level. Another example is To Kill a Mockingbird, where the mockingbird becomes this metaphor for innocence and vulnerability. In the story, harming a mockingbird is seen as senseless because all it does is bring beauty into the world. Even without knowing the full context, you can understand the idea. Some things are too pure and too precious to destroy. The metaphor resonates because it connects us to universal feelings of compassion and justice. So what does this mean for your story? How can you create resonance in your writings or in your brand story? It starts with paying attention to the symbols and metaphors around you. Maybe it's the shoes you wore at different times in your life.
Well, I'm always said there's an awful lot you can tell about a person by their shoes.
Maybe it's a tree in your backyard that's grown alongside your family. These are more than objects. They're symbols that carry emotional weight. They have the power to resonate, to connect your story with the experiences of others. When you use metaphor, you're not just telling a story, you're inviting others to feel it, to experience it in their own way. So, look for the metaphors in your life. Embrace the symbols, images, and gestures that carry meaning. Share them boldly, whether in writing, film, or conversation. Because when you do, your story becomes more than words. It becomes a source of resonance, a spark of connection, and a gift to the world. Comment story below for a document that'll guide you in finding your stories that can help you attract your aligned audience.